So, I got two Contemptor Dreadnoughts that came with the Age of Darkness book, so we're on about the standard one and not the new boxed version. Basically, it's just having a better look at the parts than I did before. Now, looking at it is very straightforward. It's the same as the Leviathan. You got to build the components first for each part of the Dreadnoughts. You got so many points of flexibility that it's best just to build them all feet and whatnot, so that'll be able to turn inside the midsection, the top section, and then every part of this will be able to flex. When you get the right shape, you've also got the knee pads to go on the front of the knees. The body itself is just one unit, but then the head's in two again, just like the other Dreadnought. It does like to put the head in first and the canopy goes over, but other than that mid-stomach section, it's very resembling the Leviathan Dreadnought. The sheer amount of weapons that you can put on this one, though, including hands, the power claw, sorry, which I will be nabbing for the Leviathan because I want to make some weapons for that, close combat weapons. However, I'm going to make two ranged Contemptors, so both of them will be able to deal with light armor and heavy armor. So that's the way I'm going with these. It looks like a good little kit, very flexible and all the rest of it. It doesn't look like we've got different versions of the feet. The Leviathan did have two versions of the feet. This has only got two. See? But other than that, legs aside, you look at all the points, it looks like these knees can bend quite a bit. So, kind of running motion and all the rest of it, like I done with this Leviathan. Getting them walking posture should be a lot easier now on this one, because if anyone can remember the last plastic Contemptor Dreadnought, it's very static pose. You literally have to cut it all apart and green stuff in some gaps that was made up from trying to make it do just that. So, let's just have a quick look at the sprues before we start. Now, I also got two of those from, two sets of those Age of Darkness Contemptor Dreadnoughts. Weapons for days. It's lovely to see. So it's twin everything on each arm. So I've got twin las, twin autocard, twin bolter, twin melter. Then you've got the power fist with integrated storm weapon, storm bolter, multi-melter, plasma gun and stuff like that. But there's quite a few nice options there. And then Got the missile pod on the top. I'm not sure if it's a cyclone or not. I haven't actually checked, but the head's in 2 pieces as well. The head is in 2 pieces. Which is a nice looking kit. Right, so that's the 2. That's the 2. So then we have got Contemptor Dreadnought Weapons Frame 2 to go with these 2 dreads, just to spice it up a little bit. And it's quite interesting actually to see what actually came on here, because by the looks of it we've got some chain fist weapon, or dual chainsaw or something like that, because there's the claw for it, because we've got her hands there and all that, so which is fair enough. We've also got all the weapons as well there, but then you've got a head with a lovely laurel on it, and then you've also got plasma gun, volkite. I got it for the volkite just to mix things up a bit. That laser weapon I always forget the name of, but then you got the assault cannon too. Got some nice shields as well, and some parchment and all the rest of it. It's a nice kit. And obviously then you got 3 different chests then. So I'm probably not going to use any of those, because I want to try and make my own chest piece. If I do use any of them, it'll be there's something a little different, maybe cutting them up. But I'm not going to magnetize this. I'm just basically going to go with the flow. And I gotta grab the fists off this one anyway to fit on the Leviathan, because I want to have 2 fists to hold some swords I'm going to make for a laugh. So first things first, I've got to make all these into all the bits and bobs. You know, got the arms, the legs, and all the rest of it. So let's get started. So I have pre-built a lot of the parts that either need modifying or are complete as they are. So we've got the chest piece here, the front's missing, because I want to change the fronts on both of them. I'm not too sure at this point, but everything's ready for posing and sticking on the bases and whatnot, so I can now just take parts and just plan out ahead. Now, one's going to be autocannons, one's going to be a bit more short and long range. For the first trick, I'm going to be using this chest piece, and I'm going to put it on the Dreadnought's torso. So this slots on nicely like that. This, however, this more decorative piece, is off a venerable Dreadnought. So, bit of surgery here now. I'm going to cut off the front parts and then trim it down, square off everything, glue that top piece in, and now we're going to take the other part and trim it down to size so it fits nice and flush. Just taking a little bit off it around the bottom there so it can fit the same shape And what we'll do after this is green stuff it. And smooth it all in. This one, on the other hand, just going to get a nice big Dark Angel symbol and plonk it on the front. I'll have to bend it though, as you can probably see those lightened parts on the actual symbol there around the sword. That's why I've bent it. It's just trying to get it in the right position now. I thought of putting the extra decorative parts either side of it. Now for a bit of green stuff. So I can fill in these pesky gaps. Make sure I push it nicely in. And then getting rid of excess and smoothing it all down. These bases I've chucked together, and now with this chest piece with a bit more extra details on it, I can now focus on the feet. Now the feet I'm pre-building, pre-setting with the legs and all the rest of it to get the torso as mid-section as I can. I'll do that to the next one then. The feet will be in first, then I'll lock the knees into position, and then I will glue both the legs and the midsection all together at the same time. Another way you can do this is pinning as well, so you can slot it together. Now for the rocket pods for both these, I've added that extra sword on top. That was from a backpack. Now with the face, knowing which way I'm facing is always a good way to know how you want it to be posed. The face and the legs are a very good way to make a good stance, seeing which ways it's facing. The weapons done now quite nicely, and it's very good, very easy way to magnetize these is just putting some magnets inside those gaps. 2 in the guns and 1 in the arm, and you can just slot on, but I wasn't going to do that for these. Just adding a couple more details here and there, but yeah, that's a quick video on how I did everything. Now there's the Leviathan Dreadnought from one of my previous videos without being painted. I forgot to put a video in just to show it unpainted prior with all the gubbins on there, but I also magnetized the claws so I could swap them around if need be. Just filled it with green stuff and then just put a magnet in each. But these turned out especially good. I had to trim down the knee and stick one of those little shields on, but I say these are a joy to build. You know, they're so much more fun than the old plastic ones we used to get. You can go for so much more dynamic poses with these. It's going to make Dreadnoughts far more fun to build for a lot of people now. So I hope that inspires, etc. And thanks for watching.